to talk about how I went to a military boarding school and how that kind of saved my life and how I was kind of on the wrong path because of my ADHD brain beforehand. And how after going to Culver, my life was kind of turned to 180. Because for kids with ADHD, school usually starts with failure and continues to go downhill from there. About 50% of kids with ADHD actually skip a grade or repeat a grade by adolescence, and 35% don't even make it to the end of school. And alarmingly, 5% graduate from college, and this is kind of alarming considering considering kids with ADHD comprise 7% of the population. So today I'm just going to inform you about how the stability of the military boarding environment is therapeutic for the ADHD brain, and especially mine. I'm going to talk about the struggles that I had before I attended Culver and how Culver turned some of those struggles into positives. So the reason I went to Culver was because of some of my problematic behavior as a kid. A couple times I found myself in some sticky situations. Like, I was kicked out of the pool multiple times until one day the pool manager called my mom and told her to not bring me back for reasons which I will not get into. I was sent to the learning disabilities class in 2nd grade, and I was told I wasn't allowed to return to the normal class until I was properly medicated, which was kind of hard on me. I was actually, in 6th grade actually, a lot of kids still make fun of me for this, but I was booked for detentions for the rest of the year in November, so that was kind of rough. And I was suspended from school my freshman year of high school for mooning my teacher. And that was what kind of, that's the straw that broke the camel's back, kind of that sent me to Culver, which in a way I'm kind of glad I did it, but also it was embarrassing looking back. So this behavior obviously led my mom to do some research to find an atmosphere for me to thrive in. So kids with ADHD, like, they require a lot of structure in their daily routine, and they pretty much, they can't really have any time to get into trouble. So oftentimes they're very smart, they're able to hyper-focus, but it's just, they oftentimes have addictive personalities, and when left with a lot of free time, that usually leads to finding something to get addicted to, and it leads to a downhill snowball effect. So putting 2 and 2 together, my mom decided to send me to a military boarding school so that I would have absolutely no free time. Culver helped me in a variety of ways other than the military part. Also, in the classroom, we had a Harkness discussion environment, which was pretty much kids were circled around a table, and we would discuss out everything rather than just writing things down, taking notes, and like having an exam at the end. We would actually have graded discussions. So a lot of times in class, like the things that I would run into that were problematic were having trouble communicating my opinions and thoughts to the teacher. Usually when I would try to do so, I would get kicked out of class because it was considered disrespectful to oppose the teacher's point of view. In Culver, it was smiled upon to do that. And also, my daily routine at Culver was I had no free time. I would wake up, march to breakfast, go back, have personal inspection every morning, go to class, come back, go to sports, come back, have close quarters, which is mandatory study time, pretty much 20 minutes of free time, then go to bed. I mean, that was every day. So I really had no time to get into any trouble. I hated it at first, but now I'm really glad I did it. All these different aspects helped me unlock my true potential. Like, before I wouldn't have even considered that I was able to do such things, but like now, I feel like it's just helped me do a lot of things that I didn't think I would ever be able to do. The environment, combined with the smaller classroom discussions, just helped me to completely change my way of doing things and helped me to really think about everything I did. And Culver helped me to overcome many of my struggles. So I would just like to say that I'm not the same person that I would be today if I did not go to Culver, and it certainly impacted my life in a very severe way. Thank you.